What is up, everybody? It's RDV by myself right now. Eric is busy. Zach may show up later, and anybody else who I sent the link in, if they wanted to jump in, might pop in. Um, got a lot of back issues, more than I got new issues this week. Also dropped a few books, and you'll find out which ones I did in a few minutes. But want to show off at least two of the books that one's a facsimile, one's I've been getting, but I don't really count them as far as facsimiles or even the ones that are kind of like reprints in general into my best of the week. I show them off, but yeah, they're not new stuff. I like putting like the new books going read stories I read into like least favorite to most favorite ones I really enjoyed. But yes, Jay, uh, why do you think I'm putting the link in the group so your ass could jump on and join? But for those who haven't been here before, normally, yeah, I just show up. A bunch of us get together. We show off the books we get, and it's kind of more of just show and tell, but also discussion some of the books. Not really in depth, but just seeing what people are reading these weeks, each week. But yeah, and if you haven't already done so, please click the like button if you haven't done so. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, make sure you go into your YouTube settings and click on the notifications tab and make sure that subscriptions little check mark is turned on. Otherwise, you will not get notifications if that's not turned on. Also, if you can, donate to the Ko-Fi link, but also go to if you want to help with the channel, you can go to as well as super chat. We accept those. We read those off. But anyway, yes, Maranya, Solo Knight. Alrighty, so two books I normally get, but I'll just show them off. At least let me turn this little ticker off so it doesn't annoy you guys. But got a issue, I believe it's number 93 of The Walking Dead. This is what's his name, Sean Phillips cover, connected cover. So I'm getting that. Yeah, Walking Dead Deluxe in color. If you haven't already read these, it's a good way to collect these and actually have your own collection instead of going on trying to buy a compendium. It's kind of cool because you get to read it, every couple weeks comes out, every 2 weeks, you get to read a new issue. Especially for those who have watched the show and maybe rage quit the show, this is a lot better than the show that that's out or was out. And the cool thing is that you get little stories in the back here, which are new. Normally, it'd just be a reprint and that's it, color, but they're giving you stories in the background. So you're getting like little stuff. It's kind of weird, kind of like cutesy art, like Tumblr art you'd see, but I don't know. It's something new. It's called Small Bites. It's by Derek Hunter. I'm also hoping that basically, by the end of this, that maybe Kirkman is actually, I'm speculating, maybe he will actually start writing some more Walking Dead stuff. Who knows? It's always great to return to the well if he got some more stories to tell. And plus, he's had a couple years, more than a couple years. Do you think about adding on or expanding or doing some spinoffs? But with that being said, yeah, this is issue number 93. So, original cover is on the back, as always. So, yep. The other thing came out this week was a facsimile, which I got. There are actually two facsimiles, but I only got one of them. The other facsimile was Crisis on Infinite Earths facsimile. But I look at those, you might as well just go buy the trade. Why get the facsimile individual issues? I don't get that. Just get the trade. It's all together and you can go read it. But $2.58. Normally, I don't want to pick up the Spider-Man covers because I pretty much have a bunch of the trades. But I love these covers. These covers are just so great. I love this era of Spider-Man. And I've always liked this, the alien symbiote fighting for control and then his original costume. It's just awesome. I love this. Yeah, the other cool thing about this is that if for those who don't have this book, they do include the ads in here. Yeah, this is Tom DeFalco, Ron Franz, and Jeff Rubenstein, with Joe Rosen doing the lettering. Finger Roth was the editor, and Jim Shooter was the editor in chief. Yeah, you get all this cool stuff. You even get the Bagman Spidey. So very, very fun stuff. So I do recommend that you get these. All right. So 9 books this week. Number 9. I stuck with it longer than most people probably have. There are a few people that I see that are actually liking this book. This was a lot more action there, and they just dubbed their name, came with the name. They're going to call themselves now they're calling themselves the X-Men. It's like I said, it's if you were an X-Men fan, this is not an X-Men book. This is just a bunch of random new X-Men characters. And the only thing that's great about this is you get more of the story building, more answers included. What happened to other mutants as far as when the maker came in and built basically created this Earth in his liking too. We already know that Wolverine is pretty much dead. He was in the warehouse. So adamantium's basically his feet, like his legs and stuff. Yeah. So basically, if you're a completionist and you want to know more about what's going on in the Ultimate Universe by Hickman, you can get this, scan through this, and it tells you more about the mutants. But yeah, and then the next issue is supposed to be the final issue for the first volume, and they're teasing, oh, we're gonna have a new member joining the team, and it's gonna be all action packed finale. I'm just like, it's been kind of dull, but I don't know. It's basically like a high school manga. That's what it feels like. And then occasionally, like, oh, this might be what's his name, the Shadow King, inhabiting one of the kids. They just learned that there is a bunch of mutants, call them, or other people call it a cult. They're a cult. No one really knows about them, but they get together and they call themselves Homo Superior, and they're gonna go like confront them. But yeah, like I said, it's not that great. I'm probably gonna be I'll probably get the last issue because I have all 6, and then drop it. All right, number 8 this week is Destro, issue 2. It was okay. Nothing to write home about. You get to learn more about Destro and these 2 characters here, the Zamanico I always forget their name. I don't think they even mentioned their name in here. Zaman and Tomax. Yeah, the most retarded name I've ever seen in a book. Sorry for you, G.I. Joe purists, but I just don't care for the names. I'll call them Phil and Charles, whatever, or Charles and Charge, whatever. The twins. Basically, the whole issue is them fighting against one another until they come to an agreement at the end not to kill each other. And at the end, somebody found out where Destro's been going to his like a secret hidden castle in the mountains, and they got a sniper rifle on him. Yeah, that would be improvement actually, Jay, for the characters. But yeah, it was kind of like a nothing burger issue. Art's nice, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. I read the new Real American Hero, and I gotta say this is actually better than the Real American Hero series, a little bit. But I challenge the people who are reading the Real American Heroes. Tell me why you like these books. I'm not gonna say these books are bad. I'm just gonna say that I'm just not into them. But all right. And number 7 is Van Helsing Hex, with basically Liesl Van Helsing tracking down to where her friend Julie, aka Miss Hyde, has been. She ends up working for this witch, and I guess her name's Margaret something, or Mother Margaret. who basically wants her to go defeat this goddess Hecate. Greek god, it's Hecate. It's been a while since I've looked up the name, which is supposed to be, I guess, a Greek goddess or something. So they end up working together, killing her, and the evil witch lady gets her power and stuff, and she finds Julie, and I'll let you read more of it, but I thought it was pretty decent. You know. Like I said, for those who've actually watched the Van Helsing TV show that was on Sci-Fi, this is nothing like that at all. This is way better. Here's some art here. Yeah. You get some gore in here too, where she kills vampires and stuff. But I thought this was actually pretty good for continuation story. But I mean, would I read a Michael Van Helsing? Well, as long as it's not based off of that horrible movie that what's his name, Hugh Jackman was in. But I don't know. I mean, I don't mind Van Helsing. Give me some more Abraham Van Helsing versus Dracula. Give me some more comics like that. That probably would be more up my alley. Yeah, Marania, what's up? Joe the J is Richard is still pushing that nonsense Scarlet Enix or Harley and Ivy. I've been reading it. I don't see it. I'm also not looking for it to. I guess Breen has looked at it to watch the video and so. Form your own opinion. If you think it's that, sure. If you're like me and you don't see that and you're not up in arms over it, cool. You know. Like I said, I've been liking Scarlet more than I've been liking Destro. Destro, the only way that book's going to get better if they put Cobra Commander in there more often instead of this is the first issue. I need more of that character because Destro's just kind of a lame duck at this point, and I don't care about the stupid twins. But my number 6 for this week has been Red Sonja by Torn Grunbeck and Walter Giovanni. Kulan Gath versus the Gods. Kulan Gath is basically trick the gods into fighting each other. And it's up to Red Sonja basically to help defeat them. So, pretty good. And they haven't, they haven't introduced Snake Eyes yet into the thing. So they probably will. But honestly, this has been fun. This is what I want. Red Sonja versus Kulan Gath versus the evil wizard. I want the gods. I want good art. I want Sonja being what she is and being a badass. You know, not just going and just drinking and then that's it. You know, it's sleeping around. That crap that Gail Simone is doing. I want her really telling, oh my god, and kind of pissing him and just her people telling you like you're fucking crazy. You know he can kill you. But yeah, like I said, I'm having fun with this book. All right, top 5. All right. Hey, what's up? We got a special guest here. What's up, Evil Black Cat?
What's up, people?
All righty. On to my top 5 now.
What's that?
Yeah.
How many did you originally have?
What's that?
How many did you have?
9 books for new. I got a bunch of back issues.
Yeah.
I even invited Eon if he wants to show off some of his books, but I don't know if he's awake.
Yeah, I was watching a Gotham Paladin stream, but then I saw the message and decided, what the hell? What?
All right, number 5 this week. It's been Red Coat. I've really been enjoying this series. Probably one of the best by Ghost Machine. Got this alternate cover. Have fun with this. He's got a sidekick who's kind of smarter than him. He pretends he's street smart, but he's really not. He's just a 116-year-old this idiot. And he's being chased by these cultsmen who basically they want to raise. Well, basically they believe that that God cleansed the earth with the Great Flood. Now they want to cleanse with the Great Fire, and they want to use his blood, turn it into a bomb, so they can restart the world for their cult. And originally, because for those who don't know, this character interrupted a ritual that involved Benjamin Franklin, who was going to get the power of immortality, but he fell from the rafters and he ended up getting the immortality. So this is 116 years they've been chasing him, and I think it's funny because I'm looking at this cover, and the more I look at this cover, tell me that's not our what's his name, John Krasinski. But
it kind of looks like someone else, not fully John Krasinski.
Who let this guy in here? You're really replacing Breen with the cat?
well,
Yes.
Breen's not here tonight.
Ah, okay. He's watching sports.
I don't know.
That's a cool cover, though.
No, yes.
He does look like John Krasinski.
Did you get this cover?
That is the one that I got.
Oh, I
The
love
one with the different girls from the different time periods. I like
Yeah,
that one.
he got the all white cover.
There's a black girl on. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding that there's not. There is, but that's not the reason I bought the cover. No, the
Just
bone
been
one
liking
is
this, and I was going through this, and it's talking about how he smuggled his way to America. Gets kicked off this ship here. They boot him up because after these guys were going to go rob somebody's passengers of their gold in their suitcase. They discover him. He gets kicked off of the ship
because
going
he's
to America.
German. They call him a kraut. Yeah, they call him a kraut. That's why they throw him off.
Is that not the Titanic?
No, there were lots of ships that were steamer.
I would laugh because they kicked them off as stowaway, and they were on the Titanic, and they sank. Because I was like, that's kind of funny if that really was. But yeah, I said like this is pretty much his MO, being tied up, being in situations, people wanting to kill him. The kids thinks he's more valuable, trying to save him. It's Albert Einstein is a 13-year-old boy who speaks broken English. And like I said, and you find out who actually is the ringleader of this American religious Illuminati cult.
Yeah, if Einstein is 13, then it's not the Titanic. Because he won a Nobel Peace Prize in 19 something.
But I thought he was much older though. And the Titanic sank in 1911?
1912, I think.
Yeah, there. So they're being helped by Benedict Arnold. And then at the end, you find out what the thing is, and it's George Washington.
I have mixed feelings about that, personally. Ben Franklin, I had mixed feelings about. I have mixed feelings about Washington, too. So, if they turn John Adams into a bad guy, then I'm really going to have issues.
Samuel Adams, get you drunk.
No, not Samuel Adams. Adams.
I know. But I mean, I'm not too surprised because they had Benjamin Franklin being kind of a dick. So why wouldn't they not have George Washington? It was George Washington's axe that hurt him. So I was thinking oh shit, it kind of makes sense now. Thomas Jefferson's going to be in there too. They're going to have the whole gang.
Hamilton.
The founding fathers is beating the crap out of
him. The Titanic doesn't happen another 20 years in that timeline.
Yeah. Titanic is like you said, it's 1912.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't really say this is supposed to be 116 years after 1776. So what year would that be?
Let me get the calculator. 1776, 130?
160, I think.
116 has been years.
116, excuse me.
Yeah.
All right, then it's 1892.
So you still got about 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so 32 years after Zach's team lost.
Yeah. All right. Sure. My number 4 for this week. Since Thundercats.
Oh, look at Bird. I first Bird guy's face.
It's the first appearance of him in this series, the leader, the Condor guy over, and also the tank. Lionel pretty much takes the tank out, test drive, to basically look for Thunderium or something, an element on Earth or Third Earth that's similar to that. He ends up running into the birds, and they chase him, and all it is nonstop action. This is like Mad Max. Pretty much, they're attacking while he's driving. He's an autopilot engaged, and he's just kicking ass. I I was enjoying this really much. And then you find he has a stowaway, Snarf, who comes to help him when he's being pinned down.
Freaking hate Snarf.
Snarf
Ruins the show for me.
Snarf hates
I can overlook the twins, but Snarf is what kills the show.
But I just love this. He's like, let him follow me, and he goes through this little like canyon, like little ring thing, and then he crashes through it, and they all get crushed by the rocks. But he's also got guns in the back of the tank he uses. Like I said, this was just action packed. And at the end of it, he tells the guy, he doesn't know it's the Vulture Man. He just tells him, hey, tell your boss that we have no discord with you whatsoever. And he's like, at the end, he's like, oh, I'll tell the boss because I am the boss and I want all your freaking tech. We also learned that Third Earth is a prison world. It's Australia for the Thundercats. they sent all their criminals to the Third Earth.
Australia isn't real.
It shouldn't be.
Right?
I did give us Steve Irwin, though.
What about Oz Chris? No one cares about him. No, I guess not.
I care about Oz. I like Oz. But
I mean, he can barely afford sleeves down there. He finally just got long sleeves. Chris Hemsworth's from there too, isn't he? It wasn't. Chris
Hemsworth is from. Yeah, I think Mel Gibson is too.
Mel Gibson too. Who is the other one? We had both the Hemsworth brothers. Heath Ledger, I think, as well. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I think he was. Nicole Kidman. Heath Ledger was. Kate Blanchett. Hugh Jackman.
Margot Robbie.
Eric Bana. Interesting. Margot Robbie?
Who's Eric Bana? I haven't heard that name.
He's the Hulk from that movie that nobody talks about.
That was the one where that's one where he fought against Nick Nolte, right?
Yeah, the one with the poodles. Yeah.
You know what it reminded me of? If you ever watched the Incredible Hulk TV series where it's good Hulk versus bad Hulk. It's so corny.
The most popular celebrity, though, Iggy Azalea, is from Australia.
Who?
Exactly.
The one that fell on stage?
Everyone should forget about Iggy Azalea.
All right. Number 3. Biker mice from Mars.
What the
You didn't forget this is coming out?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, radioactive galactic blah 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 hamsters, and now street sharks, and now there's biker mice from Mars.
Apparently you don't remember Biker Mice Mars.
No, I do not. No. There's too many groupings of animals with strange adjectives following them.
Takes place on Mars because that's where they're from. They live on Mars. They live there.
I got that. I got that from the title. They ride bikes.
Yes.
Cheese of Anarchy or Anarchies. I don't know.
Yeah, you got Throttle, and you got what's his name? It says here name Mod, and then Vinny. Vinny's the guy on the right. Vinny always reminds me of your personality, kind of the crazy guy.
Me.
So
he's a younger one of the group, but he's also like when the two adults are fighting, he's kind of like, can we calm down here?
So is this bike Martian mice, like Martian Manhunter mice, or
these are mice?
Marvin the Martian mice?
No, these are like Manhunter mice in a sense where they all live on this Earth or this Mars planet here, and there's these other aliens that want to mine Mars for their whatever elements, whatever, and then they end up wanting to occupy. They want to start taking over thing. So they're little. Yeah, they like Street? Yes, Wall Street, because there's Wall Street on Mars. Really? No, it'd be called Mars Street. No,
it's
Mars Bars
Street.
So basically, it's a nice introduction to the actual cartoon series. A little different though. This is more about the history of like where they're from. Where on Earth they just crash land on on Earth there, and they're helped out by this human mechanic while being pursued by these evil like monster things. Yeah, we get to meet each of the characters' family. Throttle, his mom has amnesia, and he doesn't want to join up the war because or not she has amnesia, she has dementia. He doesn't want her running for president, so he keeps an eye on her. Yeah. So he doesn't want to. He kind of wants to join the war. This lieutenant, that he basically was trying to recruit him. They all know that they both have a crush on each other, but they won't admit it. It's very classic, basically 90s cartoon. And yeah, Melissa Flores is the writer for this. I think she's written Ninja Turtles in the past. And I think Power Rangers as well. But this was actually kind of cool, getting to see the whole world setting up for the whole entire thing. So, decent art, looks a lot like the actual cartoon. Do you know that Rob Paulsen was the main voice of the character? That's the reason I watched these shows, because back in the 90s, there's so many cartoons came out. Rob Paulsen was doing the voice acting in here as well.
Huh. His name was Robert Paulson.
So at the end, they kind of decide they can't push it off anymore. They decide to join the military and help fight against these invaders. And the second issue is the girl, if you remember the cartoon series, that's the mechanic on
It's
Earth.
April O'Neil.
Exactly. But this one's useful. This one can actually work on stuff.
April O'Neil is useful. She
holds a camera and then runs away. She
gave the boys something to look at.
Yeah. And then so this is from McKelverse. I've never heard of this, but
never heard of that either.
They're gonna have RoboForce is a new one.
Interesting.
You like robots with guns?
Depending.
What company is this, though?
I just said Masel.
But who prints it? It's not through Image, huh? Oh no, it's not.
No. Yeah, Oni Press.
Oni Press.
Oh.
Okay.
So they got
the one that
these are toys you can buy now. The original toys.
Not Heather Antos. Didn't Gail Simone do work for Oni Press?
She was the head for a while. Then
the head of it, yeah.
Yeah. Then they were like, nope, go away. Nope. Now she plays dumb on Twitter and tries to write X-Men every now and then.
So
nice.
So yeah, like I said, coming soon. Dinosaurs, people in space.
I love those spacesuits with the bubbles.
Yeah.
The helmet bubbles.
You see, basically, it's like the Buzz Lightyear helmets, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty much. The Buzz Lightyears.
Helmets?
Yeah, the scuba suit helmets. So, not the ones that are like Buzz where they flip open and shut, just like the
I don't know.
bubble.
So this is going to be like the Bizarre Tales of Space in the Mortal EC tradition with Karina Becko, Jonathan Cates, Chris Condon, Cano.
Hey, that's Einfeld Massacre
Press.
Guy.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
In August.
He's getting some work then. He's the new Green Arrow writer in October.
Yeah, like I said, I hope it's good, man. But I don't get out of this whole Waller crap and stop interrupting these books every 3 or 4 issues.
So have we discussed in any of the stream the new creative themes, or are we waiting for tomorrow's solicits?
I haven't discussed them at all.
Do solicits come out tomorrow?
I think so. They come out on the Friday, the second or third Friday. It didn't come out last Friday, so.
Oh, okay.
It's expected this Friday.
Breen is out tonight. He might join for the. Actually, no.
He might be watching the conference.
No, actually, he had said that because tonight we're not doing cover rankings because Breen's not going to be here, so we're gonna be doing a normal hangout.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Let me make sure I'm actually doing this.
Is he going to be there, or do we just?
Why don't you ask him? He's right here. He's going to be.
Hey.
What's up?
They're just talking about you. He's like, is he going to be at this hangout stream? I'm like, why don't you ask him?
Yeah, are you going to be on the stream tonight, or are you going to run?
That was the plan. The very least at the beginning when we're talking about the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
No. So number 2 for this week. Ninja Turtles. Introduce
another grouping of animals.
You know what, Zach? Sometimes they're better than humans.
That's a fact. I'm just laughing at it.
Unless they're dogs, in that case, they're shit.
Dogs are always better than humans.
There are no dogs in this, but what's funny about this, there is this group of space villains who've been actually hiding in this little time limbo thing. Speaking of, you're talking about Crisis on Infinite Earths, in space between time. These little 5 here, we're hiding in there. We got the Rat Queen. We got a guy who basically looks like he just stepped out of Miami Vice.
He does. That big Miami 80s energy.
Draco basically looks like the villain from if you watch that show, The Mighty Ducks.
The cartoon, The Mighty Ducks, or the movie?
Which one is this?
The cartoon. This is Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's the Saturday morning stuff. Yeah,
it's been fun. Burnham and Shoney. These are the guys were doing Real Ghostbusters. Or not Real Ghostbusters, but IDW Ghostbusters.
Yeah, which was something you and I were praising, but it seemed like nobody else was joining in.
And I want to go back and read the Ectoplasm, the fan made one, because it looks great. I went to the first issue. I was like, oh man. I just saw the third issue came out last week. But yeah, I said these are new villains. Basically, they are threatened by the Ninja Turtles because the Ninja Turtles are basically taking out an imp, basically like Mr. Mitzi Plitzik. Already, they take out twice. They mentioned this, the villains, and they realized the best way to get rid of take out the turtles is to get rid of Michelangelo. Michelangelo is like Wally West. He's the heart of the team. He inspires them.
Right.
So that's their thought process, because they look at Michelangelo like they call him the doofus. Everyone else has like a tactical thing.
Yeah, that's actually me, Maranya, and Eric. That's how we look at you. You're the one that holds us together because of your heart, not the doofus part.
What is this button here says?
Right.
Trying to make me feel small because you're small. I'm the guy.
Oh, you're the big picture now. Okay, yeah.
Well, if you think something else, that's not my problem.
I was like, wait a second. How did you know? Anyway.
I'm having fun with this. So Michelangelo, basically, he escapes from the brainwash machine. The other turtles are in these tubes, basically getting brainwashed, and they're like, who escaped? The doofus. Like, how did the doofus have the intellect to escape a program that was basically designed for him? Why? Because no one knows what pizza is in that freaking hologram, the Matrix. So I've been liking these. Cool. Like tonight's just been an indie night for me because I just really got indies. I got one Marvel. That was it.
I've actually read new books. I could do a little review, but I do have comics to show off.
Sure. All right, number one for the week.
Oh, you got one. My shop. I have to wait until next week. My shop said they were delayed on theirs.
Anytime I can get Rocketeer, I pick it up.
I'm so jealous.
I don't care if it's not as good as the original writing. I mean, we had the Great Race. Okay, they entered in like a girl who is a lesbian at this time, 1938. It doesn't bother me because I get to see the freaking Rocketeer. I've been deprived of this character forever.
There is a certain point where you're thinking, I want to support the character, so they make more of the character. I've been through bad runs of like Batman, New Teen Titans, so forth and so on, but I want to support the character, so eventually they're going to get around to a great story.
I mean,
he had another one though after the Great Race.
He
did another one where the Nazis got jetpacks.
Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves. That's it.
It's the same writer, Stephen Mooney, through all three of them.
He's good. He's really good. I like him.
And the fact that they solved the thing, because the big problem was that Betty's like, you're always running off to fight crime. What about me? And they've kind of balanced it out in the last issue where she basically punched a female Nazi. She got involved.
Betty, we know why you're here.
Yeah, but
let's be real.
It just starts off with action.
Oh, that's great.
Going after a bunch of gangsters and basically like shoot them. And like, you see the first thing comes to your mind when I see 1930. I see a bunch of gangsters. I'm waiting for the machine gun. And at first I'm like, oh, they're just kind of doing nothing. But then they finally get the machine guns, and he takes up the villains, goes to San Francisco, then meet up with Debbie. But anytime they draw Betty in here, it's still good.
Forget Mary Jane, Betty Page, man.
Forget Veronica.
Forget Veronica. It's all about Betty,
who looks like Veronica. But yeah, she's going to make a movie in San Francisco. They're staying with the girl from the first one, the one who did the lesbian pilots, basically her mother. They're going to stay with them for a while while she's filming. Of course, they have Thanksgiving. Peavy gets a little flustered because he likes her mom. It's just kind of it reminds you of those old movies, like the two single people with parents are like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's like, so I like that. And then of course the trolley goes out of the way because that's just basically current in San Francisco. They don't repair things.
Ding 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 with the trolley.
Like I said, and I love it because it's basically like Mary Jane. Remember when Mary Jane, when they're fighting, he's got to go say, he's like, "Go ahead, do what you need to do, and then we'll talk afterwards." He kind of gets the same talking to by Buddy. He's like, "Wait, you brought the rocket?" Yeah, I gotta go. I said I had fun with this. It's just been great. The comedy ends with basically him saving that, and then there's a Nazi sub looming in the water, and that's how it ends. Good art. Like I said, anytime I can get Rocketeer or Indiana Jones in a comic book, well, I'm gonna take it because how often do you freaking see Nazis in here that aren't conservatives?
It's been a day or two since Indiana Jones, though.
It has. I'm still waiting for an announcement that Marvel woke up and decided to do an omnibus of the Adventures of Indiana Jones.
Did you see my comment on Elon Musk's thing about the gingers being swapped? All the things I said. Can you please either buy Marvel DC and just fire all the bad writers? Like you bought Twitter, let's shake it up more. Let's get the comics going, because that'd be great. Real quick, I'll go through my things, my back issues I bought, and we'll get to Zach, get you in there because I think you have like a couple books, right?
I got a few. Yeah, I got 5. Yeah. Under $20 this week.
$2.
Nice. That's about what I would charge.
Yeah. It's always nice when they come with backer boards and bags. I get replace the bag, so Iron Man. Betrayal.
Nice.
Look, there's black cats on there.
2 wildcats and I don't know.
I think they're the Animan. That's what I think they were.
Oh, the Animan. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, I dig that.
Oh well, I see the dirt and the
I see.
That's a $2 book too.
It's dirty for sure, but I dig that cover. Look at that Doctor.
Oh, it's a great cover.
Too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was held up the hand. I would charge $5, but that's only if it was in better condition. Otherwise, that's a $2 book. Yeah. But that's an awesome book. So that's good stuff.
It's got the crease going on the middle. I mean, honestly, I just want to read it. That's all I want is reader copy. It doesn't have to be in mint condition, because I understand these are old books. Just League International. I probably already have this, but I wanted to get it.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That annual. That's a good one.
Yep.
Had that a couple of times. Those are a lot of fun.
Then I saw this. This was at the auction last Saturday. It popped up at my shop. It was $1.
But
getting Punisher War Journals anytime I can pick them up.
It's
not something I need. It's like if they're there, I just grab them.
How much?
Wait a second. Did that guy's arm turn into a gun?
Yeah.
That's
wild. That was Bushwhacked, I think his name was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yep, Bushwhacked. It says right there. Yeah.
His arm turns into a. That's some One Piece superpowers, man. That's wild.
Here you go. Here's some WCW wrestling advertisement.
Wrestling.
Hey, anytime I can.
Hello to One Slick and hello to Summoner. We're here. Hold on. I linked my channel.
Oh, you did?
Guys, this happens every Thursday. They talk about books they bought, the new books and everything. So if you haven't give Geeky Puppet Show a try, by all means, this is their channel. On Tuesday, you talk about the best thing that's going to come out on Wednesday for New Comic Book Day. And on Thursday, they find out if they're right. So on Wednesday, they're reading those books, so you don't have to. All right? So if this is your cup of tea, check it out.
It's true.
Now, Englandine, you linked your channel, but did you do it in the form of a super chat?
Oh, good one.
I mean, you could have just posted a community said, "Come over here."
I guess I could have. But point being is, I didn't even think about it. It said you could stream it over there. I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
you can do that. And then basically, whenever I end the stream is when it ends for you. You don't have to worry about ending it.
Yeah,
the only thing that sucks.
I have actually said many times, by the way.
End it all.
I have said to many times that RDV, everybody who's got a channel, do it. Go on ahead. I don't care. Link it to your own.
Marania, you want to post a link for this channel in the chat?
Yeah, please, by all means.
Show E some love. He does have a really fun channel. Most nights they do a comic cover tier ranking, and it is some of the most. If you love comic books, like old comic books, it is some of the most fun you will have on YouTube.
I was kind of wondering how we jumped from 5 to 12. I looked at my phone, still 5. The good thing is that I don't really need the watch time as much as I need the subs to get to 1,000. So
you're getting the watch time. You're not getting the subs. That's exactly the opposite of From the Long Box. I got watch time out the wazoo. I need the subs.
Like the readings is what brings in a lot of the views, a lot of the watch time.
Oh no, I've got the subs, but no watch time. So.
Yeah.
But then again, I left that thing going.
Just go to Geeky Puppet Show. Literally, just it's at Geeky Puppet Show is one word.
Let me put in the link because I've got like 2 channels and I'm watching this on 2 of them. So
I appreciate that. Do we have a third channel?
Create a third channel. Give me that. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, Punisher Warjourner. I like these. Payback time sleazeball with interest. Get the big old gun.
Remember when sleazeball was a thing?
Look at this.
Men would say.
Well, yeah, wasn't he on New Warriors?
New Warriors were teenagers, not grown men who were in the military.
But wasn't it sleazeball? Wasn't that the name of the character?
No, Speedball is one of the heroes. Sleazeball is like an insult.
Texas checking account massacre. Nerdy, where are you?
That is pretty funny.
Hey, how's it going, Nerdy? Long time.
Is he on there? I didn't see him pop.
Yeah, we've seen he popped up a couple of times in chat, showing off some awesome cookies and such like that. But it's good. It's good to see that everybody is doing well. You know,
Punisher takes a vacation, and Hawaii will never be the same.
Yeah, those are awesome. How much are you paying for these? Because the lowest I can get them for was $1, and I'm not sure Punisher sells for $2.
I'm buying if you do $2.
Yeah, $2. Oh, okay, maybe so. Because I've got a guy I can snag these for $1 a pop, and I'm like, I don't know. But Punisher is gone now, so I don't know.
These are only post. I know what you're saying.
Just get the list from Venkman what he needs, and just instead of doing it in auction, just send it to him. The thing is, though,
exact ones that I need. These are like, hey, Mom, can I get that gumbo? I'm gonna go to the store. It's not what I'm looking for. It's just like crap. Give it to me. I'm going home.
It's an impulse buy.
Yeah.
All right. So basically, you have a mark right here. Go for it.
Oh, that is sweet to me right there. I'm a huge fan of the Marvel reprint books. And I've been just getting into the wars and westerns a lot. It's like, okay, we've traveled through superhero land. Let's see what else they offered.
Are they shooting the cliff to try to break it down?
Yes.
Maybe so.
Who's in this book, though?
You got, the Rawhide Kid, Matt Slade, and the Two Gun Kid.
Yep. I thought Matt Slade was a third kid.
I've got some back issues to show off as well, some auction books, and
number 36.
Oh man, see my dollar's like, fuck, we bought too many Far Sector. You know, it's we went too hard into last year's Marvel, so we're gonna put those in the dollar book. Never saw these kind of things.
Admiral, I hate the fact that Marvel. Yeah, he says that Marvel dropped the True Believers. They never should have. But at least you're getting the facsimiles. You're still getting the full kind of like ads and everything in there too. So you might be paying $4, but I'd rather give $4 for something that
more accurate.
Yeah, and I don't mind the gloss paper. I don't mind that sometimes.
The one thing, and Eric and I have talked about this. The one thing that really sucks about the facsimiles is that Marvel's discovered that they're more popular than some of the new books that they're putting out. So they started doing shit like, here's one with a foil cover, and we've got a 1 in 50 variant on this. Go
because they learned that people want to buy foil variants, whether it's new stuff or old stuff.
Yeah,
there's people. Because the speculators, they trade this stuff with each other.
The one thing that really appeals to, as far as the facsimile is the okay, now you're getting into my territory. I've got a whole bunch of these.
We've been reading the Outsiders on this channel on Saturday nights, so I figured why not read more about Halo. And then here's a Golden Age Batman.
Okay, so here's the thing, and you are usually quicker on the draw because I'm actually pricing so many things for the physical shop that I have no time to make videos. So I'm going to give you an idea. I was actually going to do readings of that book, but every segment is its own video. So that's 2 videos right there. Talk about the Halo, talk about Batman.
Yep.
Now we're in a race to get those done.
No, I'm in a race to get some M&Ms.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I've been seeing these ads. I'm like, they're showing food and video games in the back there. It's like, I miss.
Remember when we were in a race to get to the moon first, and now this is what we're doing?
Oh,
we were never involved in that. We tried to get America to the moon. We blew people up, and so they said, "Get out. We need actual scientists."
Zach, what was the race like?
What race?
The great one.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
It's an enjoyable read.
No. Great race.
It's a good movie.
White T-shirt.
Is that the one that opens with Chariots of Fire?
It's the one you.
Chariots of Fire. Duh. Okay.
No. It's the one you try to,
join.
I don't know where they're going with this one either, dude.
I don't know where they're going. I'm just playing dumb.
Well, you
don't really have to play dumb.
No. But they tried it the 3rd time. They're gonna try it for the 4th time for another race.
Hurry up.
Or 4.
Nice. $2.
God, I love that car.
How's the spine? How are the corners?
It hurts a little bit when I move.
Right.
Okay. They're a little. It's hard in my camera.
No. It's a great book, man. I am jealous. That's what you have. Now the shop where I would get they had a $2 bin, and they would put in, like, occasionally I would get those John Byrne Fantastic Fours, but for the most part, it was like, oh my gosh, it's a Justice League 100, but it's missing like the back cover, so it was never. Dude, you're just making me jealous now.
Corner's a little dinged up on the top here, spine's a little ticks here, but
you want to read it?
Yeah,
that's what it's there for. It's awesome.
$2. It comes with a bag and board. It doesn't smell like ass.
$2.
$2.
That's the other thing I look when I pick these books. I'm like, hey, does it smell like mold or smell like cigarettes?
Yeah, is it an old comic smell or is it an old menthol smell?
Yeah, like it's been in some guy's attic, or some guy's living room, and he's just been like, it smells like sweat and menthols.
Hey, don't make fun of Breen when he's not here.
Unfortunately, Breen is not here tonight, and we are going to be doing a hangout stream where we're talking about. Hey, I sold that at the auction.
Yep, $235.
Now, what is this auction you speak of?
Oh, well, once you're under the wind tunnel, we'll explain.
Yeah,
this
is awesome.
It's hot, and I need the fan.
Man, I hate it when that happens to the black covers. I mean,
it gets a little,
Zach loves it when the black is marred, but I think that is, the white starts poking through. But damn,
I'm okay with it. To me, like I said, I don't need these being in the mint condition because they're not going to be on display on the wall anywhere. Like Zach has to display his collection behind him.
Because they're Alex Ross, and they deserve to be displayed.
Those are some awesome covers.
Can you move Mr. Terrific so he's not being whited out?
He's not whited out. He's up on top. Stargirl is the one being whited out.
White him out.
He's up. Where's my hand? There it is. That one right in the middle. This is Mr. Terrific. This is Stargirl.
Why is
this is
usually Stargirl's not whited out because she's into Mandingo parties, but otherwise.
Also, Stripe is on there, but you really can't see the robot suit.
Talk about Super Dickory covers.
Oh, I thought it was nice. Spider-Man who was throwing the web to catch him. I thought he was going to get the Gwen Stacy.
We don't support that menace here. He eats all the cake.
Oh, my local comic shop bin has been clogged with modern garbage too. I used to have fun combing through them.
I hate finding that when I go through my 50-cent or dollar bins.
The Atomic Skull. Yeah, I dig this era of Superman is awesome. I love having them in the auction because they usually don't stay in the auction very long.
Well, I got two more, and this is one of E's favorite covers. I know that because he's talked about it sometimes.
Okay, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, I've always loved this one. Wolverine threatening the 6-year-old,
and he's smoking at the same time.
Oh, absolutely. This is a cover that no fucking way they're ever going to recreate this cover. Now, I'm not saying it's one of my favorites, as in it's like absolutely the best or anything. Yep. I would not give this a 10 if we're ranking them. No. But I love this cover because it goes against everything the modern SJW stands for.
Smoking, he's gonna kill these kids.
Yeah.
Another superhero dickery.
The brown costume that pisses people off, but I love so.
That was back when he was Australian.
Right. Aye, what we're gonna do with this kid? Wait, is that a Canadian accent? Oi, what we're gonna do with this kid? Hey.
It's like if Captain Boomerang joined the Canadian Army.
Right.
Like they take an Australian.
Then the final one for there, the issues I got X-Men Annual number 7. So, with Impossible Man.
The Impossible Man. That is the second most common X-Men Annual. I don't know why, but you can find that dang near everywhere. It's the first common one. I think it's issue number 8. It's the one that's all crystallized and shit.
Last thing I got to show off tonight is a trade I've got, the Old School Trades.
Nice.
Ooh.
That is a story everybody should have in their collection.
Yep.
Dark Phoenix Saga?
Pretty much, yep. So, and yeah, it has, like I said, it has Nightcrawler, it has the Watcher, Liana, all these characters in the back here. Charles Xavier screaming intellectual properties. Storm had a booty call with somebody. I'm not sure, but it looks that way.
Might have been Forge.
No, she's in bed sleeping and she's just waking up. What it is the thing is Phoenix was sneaking out, and on one case she destroyed a planet, and it kind of caused a wave, and everybody sort of notices it.
Yeah.
And every time I see this freaking ship, I think of Lex the series. Sci-fi has ruined comic books for me when I start seeing like shows. I'm like, hey, this looks like that one show that scarred me. Wolverine was a furry little bastard going against Colossus. I mean, look at that.
No, they're not. That's the fastball special. They're not fighting.
I know, but
it's reverse. It's Wolverine throwing Colossus instead.
Yeah, but I mean, the sci-fi show you were talking about, did it get canceled?
Resident Alien? No, it's still going. They renewed it again.
I think it's still going.
It originally was going to wrap up, but then they announced that we got another season. So I think they learned that they need money. But yeah.
Money? What?
The Watcher at the end. Yeah, like I said, this is a nice cover in the background too. It doesn't really say, but I mean, it's like Breen had said. It's kind of later in the series. Starts off with God Spare the Child, Dazzler, Run for Your Life, the Hellfire, and Hellfire's in her name. Wolverine Alone, Too Late, The Heroes, Dark Phoenix. Then they have Child of Light and Darkness, and The Fate of the Phoenix. So this is basically has more stories around the book that he was going to give to you, or he was going to give to you to give to me. So he said he's probably just going to give that trade is going to me to you. So
okay,
yeah. But all right, that's it for what I have for this week. Mr. Zach, quick, you want to go?
Mr. Zach is my father. No, I'm just kidding. His name is not Zach.
Mrs. Zach?
No, there is no Mrs. Zach.
Well, under the bridge, we call your father Big Joe. Quite impressed.
On top of the bridge, I looked down and I asked, how much?
And then
not to reveal any secrets, you probably want to.
I would jump off the bridge at that point. It's like, well, this world has nothing else for me. No, we got Red Coat issue number 4. Red Coat number 4 here. RDV kind of talked about that, so I won't spend too much time talking about this one. That was a fun book, enjoyable book. The reveal at the end, I'm still a little salty. He's turning all my American founding fathers into villains.
Every time I read that book, I just want to crack open a Maker's
Mark. Wait, is this a comic book that makes the Revolutionary War, the founding fathers, the villains?
So, okay, Jeff Johns has this character, Redcoat. He's the mercenary for the British Army.
Okay.
And during 1776, some of the founding fathers are involved in like this Illuminati-esque cult, and like they're trying to give Ben Franklin immortality, but this guy disrupts the ceremony, and so he ends up getting immortality. And in this issue, it's revealed George Washington also has. I think George Washington and Benedict Arnold also have that gift.
Benedict Arnold.
Yeah, Benedict Arnold. So it's like historical fiction. It turns some stuff on its head. But yeah, they revealed in this one, George Washington, actually the axe that he used to cut down the cherry tree, they did a little plot twist where that was actually just like a falsehood story. George Washington like lied about the story. And so
George Washington didn't come up with a story, but okay.
Well, in this he did. So
yeah, and Albert Einstein is Simon Pere's sidekick.
Yeah, it's like a teenage Albert Einstein. It's kind of like Amadeus Cho.
It's great. It's at the humor, the big report. Like he's like, idiots. I gotta say this guy again.
I've got Pride of the X-Men on VHS. That confused the heck out of me when I started reading Wolverine and X-Men.
Yeah. Pride of the X-Men and Wolverine. Yeah, they're very different series.
Wait, the new version?
Wolverine, the newer one?
No, the new Pride of the X-Men.
No, Wolverine. No, he's talking about reading.
Not X-Men Pride. It's yeah.
He's talking about reading Wolverine, the Jason Aaron, where Wolverine was the headmaster of the school. I think that's what he's talking about.
Head governor, but okay.
All right. Destro, issue number 2 from Skybound. This was really cool, Destro. So this whole issue is Destro and then the Crimson Twins basically just going to war against each other.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. I like that. And then by the end of the issue, they're like, listen, if we destroy each other's businesses, then when one of us dies, we're not going to have a company to take over. So I thought this was pretty cool. This is a pretty cool setup. I'm actually liking this a little bit more than Scarlet, or a good bit more than Scarlet, I should say.
Do you remember their names, the twins?
Zomat and Tomax.
So you actually
it's backwards. It's spelled backwards. One's name spelled backwards is the other one.
The book was all right.
Yeah, I like it. I actually might like this one a little bit more than Cobra Commander. I think this one's really good.
I love Cobra Commander way more. And then
I know you do.
Then Scarlet, and then that.
Like when he activates, like you can kind of see it on the cover. There's a scene in here where he activates the Bat Troopers, and like they just look like robot zombies. They just look. Oh, it's so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Then following that up, we have the other G.I. Joe book. This is Real American Hero. This is
art.
308. Yeah, this is Paul Pelletier. Larry Hama. Man, let me tell you, there's a panel in here where they say, okay, they're enhanced, mutant, cyborg, Cobra Troopers. And there's something else in there too. There's something, but these guys are basically like intelligent zombies with cyborg enhancements now. This was some of the coolest Cobra Troopers that they have. They basically just drop them out of bombers like they're torpedoes or like they're missiles. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I highly recommend this one. So definitely check that out.
Yeah.
And then,
what's up, Kevin?
Hey, Kevin, what's up? And then, like my tag says, I buy DC, so y'all don't have to. I know there's feelings about DC right now, but I'm all in, as Scott Snyder would say. Not all in, but like 2/3 of the way in. We got Superman issue number 16. Ties into the absolute power, but only in that he loses his powers. So they have to find him, get him out of harm's way, take him to the Fortress of Solitude so he can heal from a gunshot wound that he got. And then they get Zatanna, presumably to help him, but Zatanna can't use magic anymore. All the magic users have lost their ability to cast magic. So they're going to take Superman through, there's like these dark passageways in the mystical realm that she knows about. She's going to take him through. Doesn't have a lot to do with Amanda Waller. Its side story does have to do with Lex Luthor losing his memories. Apparently Amanda Waller, that part does have to do with Waller because Waller wants to capture Lex and probe his mind and everything. So Jimmy Olsen and Silver Banshee and Lena Luthor, Lex's daughter, are trying to protect Lex from Waller. Jamal Campbell was back for the art on this, which was really great to see also. And then the final issue that I got this week, this is World's Finest number 29 by Dan Mora. Nobody else's name is on. Oh, well, there's Bonneville, the colorist. Nobody else did this but Dan Mora, guys.
It wrote itself.
It wrote itself. It really did. I was impressed. AI wrote this book. No, it actually ended really well. It ended the whole Imp story really, really well. I like the way it ended. There's some stuff with Mxyzptlk and Batmite, the way it ends with those two characters. The resolution it comes to is really, really good. They also have magic users like Zatanna get involved in this one towards the end. It's really cool. The art remains top notch.
One of the greatest tragedies is we have such a great comic book writer in the body of one of the most vile human beings.
And it really is.
I did not have either one of those issues in my...
Well, Williamson wrote Superman. Wade didn't write Superman.
I understand that, but I hate Waller. So
Mora is going to be moving over to doing the artwork for Superman, though, full time. So that's cool. He's going to be with Williamson. Mora and Williamson on Superman. That's pretty choice.
Wade's moving over.
They couldn't get anyone better.
Wade is going to be doing a 12-issue run of Batman and Robin with Chris Samney, which kills me because I love Chris Samney's art. I think the rumor is that he's still going to be doing Justice League. I'm not sure.
I just stopped pulling World's Finest, and I'm just content. You know what? At first, I'll be like, like an addict. I need to read the next issue, but I'm like, I'm actually pretty good because I didn't really care for the Imp story. The cool thing was what you had.
Wait, which story? Wilson. Oh yeah, the Imp story, dude. I tell you, all the storylines. The first issue, none of it really grabs me, and then by the end of the second one, I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued now. But this one was cool. This one wrapped up and ended pretty.
Superman, I'll dip into it once they get rid of this Waller event nonsense. He has his powers
October.
back.
I think October is when they're saying it should be all.
Kelly Thompson is now writing Wonder Woman, Absolute Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, dude. Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta on Absolute Batman is going to be freaking boss mode, though.
Writer.
Nick Dragotta Batman is going to slap. It's going to be awesome.
I'll find out whenever I read it. I don't have confidence in new comic books anymore to say, "Ooh, I'm excited for this."
I'm torn. I'm in the middle. I'm almost at ease. I'm like, I could just drop it today, but I'm also like, "Ooh, they look shiny."
Yeah, I'm done.
Some of the stuff looks pretty good. I don't know some of the writers that they've got. Like Tom Taylor's coming off Nightwing, but then they're replacing him with Dan Waters.
Oh, dear Lord. I just saw this panel. I guess I got to read the book. I saw this panel where Batman is taking Nightwing.
Wait, what's that?
Batman is taking over Nightwing? No.
Dan Waters is taking over Nightwing. Batman's not taking over Nightwing.
No, Batman is taking over
Batman is Nightwing now. That's the dumbest thing. There's nothing more frightening to criminals than Batman being in your town. He would do a better job going in as Batman, and he's like, well, Dick did this for me, and I'm doing this for Dick. And you have Barbara going, phrasing. But she's also looking at him going, this is fucking nuts. It's just...
Hey, here's a good thing. They can finally sleep together. Again.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
No, I don't. I said there's good, and then also it's always followed by bad. I noticed this. I am going to stick with Jeremy Adams and probably Josh Williamson, Superman, and that's about it for DC. But I'm sorry, Zach. We interrupted you though.
I'm not. No, I'm done. I don't know why I'm still on here. I'm done. That's all my books.
Something?
I said I had 5 books. I counted down 5 books.
I can't count that high.
I have no back issues, so.
All right, I do. That's all I got. But I did read some new, and by that I mean they're a week or two old. Let me go through this because I do have them popped up. Okay, I've read issue number 6 of Ghost Rider: Final Vengeance. I don't have any books to show off because
you go that
yo ho. Anyway, so I decided fuck it. I'm gonna just pick out. I picked out number 1 to be the thumbnail of the video. Batman is becoming Nightwing for Dick. Apparently, that's a good payment. Yeah. So I picked out a number 1 to be the thumbnail, and then different ones for Marvel and DC. This time around, the number one was Archie Judgment Day. I'm a big fan of Archie. I like, this is another Mark Waid writes a good Archie book, but this one, however, have you ever like watched a movie or read a book and all you could think of is, when are you going to get to the point? When are you going to get to the story? When are you going to get to, that's the way I felt all the way through. They kept talking about how horrible this world was. And then it's like, and end. It's all build up. It's no story. That's Archie Judgment Day. I wanted more out of it. I'm going to follow it just at least for one more issue. Next up, I picked up Ghost Rider Final Vengeance, and this is issue number 6. So apparently some guy stole the spirit of vengeance. I'm like, that's not how it works. No, it's not a fucking jacket that somebody could leave draped over a chair. You come along and pick it up. But somebody picked it up, and then this issue, at the very least, he's finding out that it comes with responsibilities. It wasn't very good. The dialogue was very, what you guys, unprofessional. It was just like, it almost sounded like it didn't match the story itself. Art was good. Same with Archie. I thought the art was good, but the story was way off. And I don't think they treated the Ghost Rider character the way the Ghost Rider should be, which is something I think there was a Ghost Rider not but a couple of years ago. Freaking spot on, which probably pissed people off. The next one,
you hear them outside? They're pissed off.
Yeah. The next one was another independent comic book called Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. It was in issue 1 as well, and it was actually pretty good. It starts off with a cowboy, and he's going after the bad guy and all that kind of stuff. He ends up getting killed, and then we go and we switch to a female samurai who was. When are you going to get to the point? I have that feeling. I'll watch you some live stuff.
Every stream that Nickman is on.
And then you follow this girl. She was raised by her father to be a samurai, even though she's not supposed to be, but she's really good with sword. And they went up against the modern army, and they lost. So she ends up getting killed. She goes to hell. The two meet up. That's where the book ends. Here's the difference. The point of them is falling in love on the pathway to hell, but this book spent a lot of time getting to know the characters. So now we care about what happens to them in issue 2 and subsequent issues. With Archie, it was just, oh, isn't this cool? Doesn't that look weird? Doesn't that look weird? Oh, remember her? That's Madam Satan. Mm-hmm. So it really didn't grab. And then the best of the week, and I was like, holy shit, I'm on the last issue. I'm reading the last issue. I thought it was an ongoing. It's something called Sinister Sons.
Oh, well, yeah.
This is Tomás Peter. Yeah, okay, there you go. That's why. So I read issue number 6 of Sinister. This is the first issue I've read. And my whole thing is, because at first I was like, well, should I go back to the beginning? And then I said, no. Stan Lee, in his infinite wisdom, said that every issue is going to be someone's first issue. So you have to make it so that they understand what's going on. And Ghost Rider, not so much. But I understood everything by the dialogue, by the art, by the plot, everything. Let me know what had happened. At the same time was getting me involved in what was going forward. And I was just big into this. Okay, you have this kid who obviously looks like Sinestro's son, and then you've got a Superboy style. It's like General Zod, which later they go, haha, I'm the son of General Zod, or at least he thinks he is. And they decide they want to get answers out of Sinestro, so they both attack him. And Sinestro was Sinestro, and he's like, slap, slap, slap. Guys, I'm taking it easy on you. Sit down. Let me talk. And it was a very good character story. It was a very good characterization story. And it was the 6th issue. I totally want to read 1 through 5 now, find out how we got to where we ended up. But that would be my big recommend, that, and then On the Pathway to Hell. Unfortunately, I can't recommend the Archie, and I don't think I'm surprising anybody by the Ghost Rider. I was really disappointed because like 4 or 5 years ago, that Ghost Rider was awesome. And then today because that's one video worth of books I'm going to do bigger reviews for. Today, I started the next video I didn't have the new books. I had some from last week once again, and I read. I guess this is Jed McKay, X-Men.
Oh yeah, number one.
Yeah, Jed McKay and Ryan Stegman. I read the issue. What a pile of shit. That book was horrible. No, okay, you know what? The art was okay. The art was not bad. But everybody's the same. If you switch the dialogue, like there's a scene where for some reason Magic is and the Juggernaut are teaming up. They're the assault team. And every line of dialogue, switch it. Doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. Everybody speaks like Jed McKay. And it was just ball suck. And then you have the Beast, and they're not wanting to tell you anything, but there's a lot of exposition. So it's a whole bunch of jibber jabber. It's just nothing. Everything leads to nothing. Then Magneto shows up, and he is Magneto, and he's fine. But overall, no. I'll wait and see. I think it's going to be funny if Gail Simone ends up having the good X-Men. But this one was shit. This one is just shit. Did you read it?
I did. I like to try Jed McKay. I like his Moon Knight. I liked some of his Avengers stuff. So I did give this one a try. I kind of am looking forward to the Gail Simone one a little bit more just because the lineup is more what I'm used to. This lineup didn't really grab my attention. Also, Cyclops still seems like he's not the Boy Scout do-gooder guy. Yeah. Which still bums me out because that's the best way to do Cyclops.
Scott,
the Boy
too.
Scout.
Well,
yeah, the new look for him looks weird. He still looks like a kid. I don't dig the new look for him.
Now I do have some back issues that are going to be at the these are going to be at the auction, and yes, I'll probably show them off at the on my channel as well for our hangout. But here we go. I actually, by the way, occasionally I'll put bids in. Somebody will have an entire collection of something in this one. I put in a bid for issues 1 through like 20. And I know I'm only going to win a few of them, but the only one I won was Grim Fairy Tales issue number 9. There you go. By somebody named Tedesco. All right. Next up, Showcase Presents number 98. And yes, I put in bids for all 3 of them from the Showcase. That's the one I won.
I just saw that in my shop.
We have issue number. Now, this is occasionally I have to take a chance, and I know that's a bad idea considering the auctions have been tanking a lot. But I had to take a chance, and here is Millie the Model, issue number 53.
I might be there.
And we have Millie the Model, annual number 5. This one's a little bit beat up, so it'll probably be in the 3 to 5
I think I will be there.
Yeah, it'll probably 3 to 5 range is what I'm saying there.
I don't care.
Next up, we have Millie the Model, issue number 155. This is when they started drawing her.
All right, I'm there from the beginning.
More
like a Archie comic. But if you notice the difference in artwork, for a while it was like Archie, but then they went back and they started doing it as kind of more of a soap opera. Yeah. Bless you. Then we have issue 130.
I'm never leaving.
There we go. And the big one out of that particular collection is annual. I love the fact that they say queen size. This is the new Millie the Model. This is annual number 8. But this one, on the other hand, is...
How can you not want to pick these up and read these? These are fun.
Awesome. So there you go. So I've got those. I do try to pick up Bronze Age and Silver Age annuals as much as possible. It's Captain America number 4, where he goes.
Oh, that's cool.
Magneto.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
The claw, not the craw. The craw. Do you ever see Get Smart? That villain.
This is another case of where I just was like, okay, I'm going to put a bid on all of the big collection, and I only got one. But here's Detective Comics. There was a whole bunch of collection of Detective Comics from this era, and this is the one I won. But there you go. That is awesome. That's issue number 450. Then I've got some Adventure Comics, and this is Adventure Comics featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. This is issue. They're not in order. This is 323. There we go.
First appearance of Metamucil.
And here is issue number 321.
Here you go, Zach. Food, water, and books will put you in a cage.
The charge is that you betrayed the Legion's greatest secret for displaying such weakness. We are imprisoning you here for all time, lest you betray us again. I agree with Superboy. You brought the punishment on yourself, Lightning Lad. Goodbye. So there you go.
In the most easy to break out cage, the Jungle Gym prison is what that is.
Let's see. This is Adventure Comics featuring Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes issue 320. Superboy, we just caught the super spy, but why is he laughing at you? Haha, tell him if you dare. And we find out that I guess it's a guy who caught him in the Phantom Zone. So there we go. And then we have this one is probably going to be in the 3 to 5 range as well. I did not look closely. I just saw the cover. I thought it was awesome, and I'm basically going to only get my money back on this, but because it's in worse condition than what I thought. But this is the Titanic Superboy in Adventure Comics. Yeah.
Whoa!
Giant superheroes. I go for that shit. I
was expecting Titanic.
There we
I was
go.
expecting it to be Jimmy Olsen.
That is issue number 315, but I was in such a hurry I didn't see that right there. So yeah. And then we have the resurrection of Lightning Lad. This is issue number 312 of Adventure Comics.
Another one? Didn't he die? Didn't they resurrect him? I thought they resurrected him.
This is that issue, dude.
Well, no, there's that, but there was another issue like more recently, like early 2000s. I thought they.
Oh, so they did. Okay, now this is
I could be wrong.
This is just a weird title I saw, and I was like, I have no clue what this is. And so I put on a bid and I won it. It's called Fantastic Adventures, Seal of Quality. It's I don't even know the company on this one. But only I have the power to transform my knowledge by thought waves to one who is 1,000 miles from here. Was it a joke about Cal Cooper and his so-called hexes, causes, and curses? But here we go. It's just random freaking independent Silver Age book. There you go. Fantastic Adventures number 18. All right, and then we have House of Mystery. This is issue number 166, part of the Dial H for Hero run. Okay. And then we have issue number 167, also part of the Dial H for Hero run.
Pride Month got the Hulk.
Right.
He's got green vision.
Yeah.
Vision.
I don't know why, but I've got a thing for Superman key issues. I mean, I know a lot of people like key issues starring Superman, but for me, I really like key issues. And so when I saw Action Comics issue number 411, where he's holding the giant key.
Oh, that kind of key. I do like the giant key, though. That giant key is really cool.
I think it's really, yeah. So anytime I see the giant key, I'm like, okay, I'm picking that one up. See, let's put that up the flag. See who salutes. Right. What do you got? Fantastic Avengers 18 is by Supercut. Well, thank you, One Slick. Thank you. This is a kind of a tragic tale. I didn't notice the fold in it. And I thought, wow, I just got away with something. And then when I got it home, there's a fold in it. So it went from like a $20, $25 book to maybe a $5 to $10. But this is the first solo series for the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, you might see me at the auction.
And that is Marvel Presents number 3. But if you look, okay, you see it right there. Right through the U.
The bend, I see it. The crease.
But
still though.
Well, the thing is if you're looking at it, it's fine. It really is one of those I just caught it in the light kind of things.
Yeah. Oh, but that looks so great. It looks good otherwise, though. Like the colors and everything look great.
The only reason you defeated me in our previous battles, Green Lantern, is that your power ring is mightier weapon than my tuning fork gun. Now that I'm armed with your weapon and you with mine, we'll see who's the better man. Featuring the War of Weapons Wizards. This is issue number 25 of Green Lantern. There we go. And there you go. Those are books that are going to be at the auction. on Saturday. So, I'm also going to have the auction at 9, and I'm going to make it only like 15 lots. It's going to end right around the big dogs as usual. So there you go. All right.
That's it.
That's it. Y'all are like doing your thing, but I noticed there's sorry I slowed down the chat. It seems like, but there you go. All right.
Well, they gotta catch up to you.
Oh, right.
Your pace. Alrighty. Now, Evil Black Cat, you gotta start showing off some books. Get on that screen.
Yeah. Don't just be a cat. Contribute.
Yeah. Face reveal.
Don't do it. They insult you. They call you Kingpin's lesser intimidated brother. It's really just.
So you're saying we've made you famous?
Yeah. You guys.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. So because we talk about you now. It's not good things, but we still talk about you.
It's no near good. I'll tell you what, it did freak me out the first time somebody came to see me at a convention. I thought that was kind of kooky.
They wanted their money back.
No. It happened a couple of times. Like, I would be working a booth at the convention, and I'd be like, I'm here today, and people showed up. It's like, hey, I want to meet you. I'll watch your stuff. Well, thank you. Selfie. But that's kind of weird.
Well, that's what I mean. Like when I see people going up to going to see the guys, the cartoons, any of the artists or Marvel comic book creators stuff, going up to them, they're probably the same thing. It's like, I just drew something for a normal paycheck, and you're like, oh my god, it's him. And he's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, Stanley kind of just laid into it, but I'm thinking like there was some people like Stanley's like, oh, I'm not feeling so well. I'm old. I gotta go.
I went to say hello to Gary because they were at MegaCon in Orlando, and I'm like, I'm not one of these guys. I'm not here because whoa, it's Gary. I'm here because it's Gary. You know, the guy who was on my channel a couple of times. I just want to say hi. I don't want to fucking autograph or a picture or anything like that. I just want to say hey to a friend. Obviously they weren't buying that shit. So, but it's something. The line to see Gary and the Black Pills and what's his name, the black guy who did exactly what I said.
Young Rippa
was going to happen. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, remember when I said that what we're going to have is a whole bunch of people coming in and said I'm down with the cause, and they're going to get their audience, get their comic book, and take the fuck off. He's not the first. He's not the first, but he's the biggest.
He is the biggest and the best.
Well, that's the thing.
I don't know about best. I saw the comic.
If someone puts out a product and you think you can do it better, by all means do it. Because I, as a consumer, I don't care who is doing it as long as it's actually something I'm getting that I like. It's affordable.
Well, I think the guy
Dixon and Mike Barron working with him too. So that's now, but I'm talking about that first book. What was it? Icon. Isom. Yeah,
that was not good. But as far as the ones that I've read, I actually like that Red Rooster better than I did the
Red Rooster was really good. I liked Red Rooster a lot.
But they did the same thing. Hey guys, we're down with the cause. Give us your money. And then when they got their money, they fucked off. You know.
Well, Brightweiser,
they invested it. They tried to work out a deal with Walmart, putting comics in Walmart, which is an idea that I like. But yeah, the way that they went around it, a lot of people weren't on.
It screwed over the people that were waiting for their books. Instead, they were trying to get the books out in Walmart.
Well, yeah, the problem is we need Batman and Captain America, Spider-Man in Walmart. Red Rooster. Red Rooster appeals to comic book fans, but what doesn't appeal to comic book fans is putting the fucking sticker on the book.
Yeah,
you're gonna send it to Walmart. You gotta polybag that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited. We kind of knew this was gonna happen, and I'm surprised that Keemstar hasn't done comic books. You know, but some of these other bigger YouTube stars, they've all dabbled in everything else. So the new thing is pop culture. That's all the channels are. There's people who report on the news, people report on anything that's relevant, and then that's how they build their channels. Otherwise, the other streams are the video game streamers.
Yeah.
There really isn't much else going on other than people trying to do the magnet fishing now. People just doing scuba diving. Like, YouTube is pretty much like being cornered, like they're divided into like a couple different groups. Before it used to be so diverse. And I use it as a good way. I mean, like, in fact, I mean, like, it was evenly spread out. You can go find anything. It was like manga today. You can find what you're looking for, you'll find it. YouTube is becoming where,
except westerns,
like comic books.
You can't find a good western manga.
Yeah.
Trigun.
I might stay corrected on that.
Gungrave.
I don't know what that is, but
well, it's kind of like a sci-fi western.
No, I'm not talking sci-fi. I'm talking like western. I'm talking like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, True Grit stuff.
And they're not going to do that, though.
Exactly.
If you want that, you got to go back and get the Marvel back issues.
I'm gonna make it
over at the auction on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Wait, no, is it 9 p.m. or is it 7 p.m. Eastern?
I think it's 7, isn't it?
8 p.m. When do you go live? 8 p.m. Easterns on Saturdays?
He's talking to you, not me.
Say again?
What time does your auction start on Saturday?
Yeah. Normally 8.
There you go.
What's up, Theo Dragon? And anybody else who's watching over on E's channel, if you haven't gone to Geeky Puppet Show, please subscribe. I think we're going to wrap it up with you, and then we'll just, whenever E gets his other stream set up, we'll jump over there and we'll do
doing it right now.
Prices and Infinite Earths. Do you still need time? We can.
I am literally doing this right now. I don't need a lot of time. No.
No. But
by the time we get finished here, I will have it done.
Zach, have you watched the third movie yet?
I haven't even seen the second one.
Dude, come on in and let us spoil it for you. You're gonna
listen. Look, one thing. I don't talk about her very much, but one thing my girlfriend does that I've come to find endearing is she will spoil things.
She cups your balls and calls you Charlie?
No, she spoils things. Like, if I haven't seen an episode of a show, she'll tell me. She gets me caught up on some anime that I kind of want to watch, but I don't get the time to. So, you can spoil Crisis on Infinite. I did see one big spoiler, and I complained a mess about it. Because I was like, how dare they?
Well, we'll get into it because you have no idea about context. So let's get into it.
I will just say there are dinosaurs and the losers.
Okay.
Yes.
I do like both
you
of
need
those.
to see that. You need to see that scene. Yeah, it was really good.
I do like both of those things.
The first two movies were kind of like, kind of sleep on. The second movie was like, okay, now we're learning more about Psycho Pirate, the betrayal.
Also, how many last lines as Batman are we going to find from Kevin Conroy? Because I feel like I've heard this selling point like 5 times now.
You know what? No, we're not doing this here. Come on over to I Love Comics. The stream has just been created.
Sweet.
Yeah, so
we don't use that foul word on this channel. We use governory.
Wait, what?
We can talk about spoiling the governing.
Joke. They don't like to say the word master for some
When did
reason.
I say master?
No.
No, you didn't. The comment here does.
Summer Summoner.
Oh,
yes. We appease the PC culture. We don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, just stop it. Good grief.
We are anti-indentured servitude.
And for that, you should go on over to I Love Comics and join us for our live stream that has just been created. So there we go.
Sweet.
Go to the Ko-Fi link that's come up here, and leave it there.
All right.
Here. Do it.
We'll see you where I Love Comics.
All right. See you there. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Later, folks.
Later, guys.